And welcome back to Create here on Music for Gaming. It's great to have you here, and I think it's time to actually get started on my base. Yeah, it's looking a little sparse and also wet. I do have a little bit started. I have the iron. I've got iron storage, and that is it. And that's not great. So, what I'm going to work on here is I think I've got this area right here in front of my base. Oops, let's get out of free cam and get... Oh, jeez. I can't... I've forgotten how to Minecraft, y'all. It does the... Okay. So, what I'm going to do... This is going to stop using my mouse buttons to do things. So I think I want to build sort of an entryway kind of here where my nether portal is. And then I want to come do a few other things. So I think maybe a couple of farms and some other stuff. So we'll start there and see how this goes. Yeah, a quick problem with this farm. It just randomly places saplings based on what it has stored. And yeah, every once in a while, it ends up being not as useful as it could be. It's not planting everything the way I would hope. So, also, that sapling will probably never get harvested. Awesome. Cool. So, I'm hoping, maybe if I do a little bit of occasional pruning, it helps replanting just to get a few more things, because I'm going to need a lot of jungle saplings, I think. But this has got me thinking for a later project that I think I want to set up a lumber mill. And that's going to be a little bit more organized. But this was a good start for what I'm doing here. So we'll let that do its thing, and let's get back to the base. What? Planning? Yes. I will actually have some small semblance of planning here. I know it's weird, but I think maybe we'll get used to it. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I've got a reality problem. And, I'm fairly happy with reality in general, but every once in a while, it rears its ugly head. And today's version of reality is that as much as I'd like to start on the toolsmiths and stuff, I have nothing to trade with them. I really need to get emeralds from probably farmers first before I can get started on the other trades with the toolsmiths and stuff, because, money. So I gotta start here first. It's an A to B to C thing. If there's a bunch of garbage here, it's, I suppose, nice and friendly garbage, but still garbage. Okay, it's netherrack. Is netherrack friendly? Not entirely sure. The magma blocks are maybe not the most friendly, because they will they'll burn you just because they don't like your face or your shoes, actually. But once you get past that sort of spicy exterior, then they're not too bad. The only drawback is they can kind of bring you down a little bit. So, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not. So what I'm thinking of doing up here is taking some of this, taking this area above what will be my farmers. Okay, that's not where that goes. And using it for farms. So basically taking a couple of small farms here, your basic crop circles, right? And, planting carrots and potatoes and auto-harvesting them. And then dropping the stuff off on this side, right? So that it comes down and ends up in a storage system right down here. So it's super easy just to grab what I want to grab down here, trade it with the villagers, and get all the emeralds I need, right? At least that's the plan. So To do that, I need to start with the farms. The problem is I don't quite know what the radius of those planters are. So, or how does that spin work here? So, I'm gonna have to get that figured out. But first, let's at least get this dirt in place, and then probably what I'll do is I'll get the first one going, and then we'll take it out and see how the rest goes. Okay, I got something fun rigged up. So what I have down here is I've got a windmill bearing, and on top of it is a mechanical bearing, and then I've added I'll add some logs and stuff. Now, for the moment, I think only the bottom one will spin when I hit this. Yeah, I'll have to glue those together. But this will spin up. This will give me a tower, just like this farm over here. This will give me a tower that will spin to harvest all the goodness. So, nice, 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 nice. This is going to be awesome. Said I don't know if I want to do this up 2 levels. Ow. Ow, that tingled. Oh, so many tingles. And not good tingles. Those are bad tingles. Those are tingles in my ankle bones, which are now in 2 or 3 or 4 different pieces, or more pieces than they were when I started. Ow, ow, ow. All right, so I think I have a good basic design. So I'll have the harvester going here. That'll swing around. Now, I've got trapdoors here. I'm going to run the water. Sorry, I'm going to run water running all the way down through the trapdoors. Now, I was worried about losing some crop space, but instead of just watching the arm swing, oops, let's maybe use the right thing. There we go. Watching this arm swing. Yeah, see, I don't think I'm really going to lose much on those corners anyway. So the harvesters kind of get it a little bit, but I think I'm going to be okay. So let this swing around a little bit more so it's out of the way. And then I can finish getting these in place. All right, yeah, I think this is going to work. Nice. It's going to look cool too, I think. All right, so I'm going to run a quick test. I've got the harvesters installed on every platform. So let's back up. Oops. Or fall down. That's okay too. So that's spinning, that one's spinning, and that one is spinning. Awesome. So all of the harvesters are doing their thing. I do need to install the portable inventory interface thing. The thing that dumps, like that thing, the thing that goes kissy and dumps all of this collected stuff out so it's actually useful. Drawback is I really don't have a good way of turning this system off from down below. So we'll wait for this to spin around and then turn it off and go install the portable interfaces. Seriously, I do not need zombies hanging around my builds. Just in general, you know, it just seems like a reasonable expectation to not have zombies hanging around. But what do I know? Maybe I'm just wrong. As unusual as that might be, that's not where that goes. I've got to learn to quit crouching when I place these blocks, you know? I was playing with this a little bit after the stream, and I realized I am such a create mod noob. This should surprise nobody. So, during the stream, I had set up each of these harvesters with a portable storage interface going all the way up, and then had a matching one going up with it. Now you'll notice I've taken them off, and the reason is this is one giant contraption. Every component here, okay, right from the windmill down here, going up all the way up to the wheat farm and the potato farm and the carrot farm. All of this is one contraption. So the portable interface on any single one of these, or all of them together, when it connects, will pull the stuff out of the storage. And what I was seeing was, rather than drop nicely into all of my chutes down to my chests, is where, carrots would fall down one side, potatoes down the other. They were all coming out of, or they were all split between all of the storage interfaces. So I was getting basically an even distribution of potatoes, carrots, wheat, and wheat seeds going all the way through all of the chests. So I've got it right now. I have it configured for a single PSI. The catch is now, how do I get this to sort into the chests that are down there? And I've got a couple of options, but all of them are sort of messy. So I think I want to play with this some, but I think I need something a little bit more sophisticated. And here is what I have that is smarter. Got this lovely mechanical arm. And what it's doing is it's picking all of the drops that fall down on this depot. It's everything from the farm. And it's going to sort it into all of these different boxes. So carrots and potatoes and poisonous potatoes. Wheat. I also have spots for melon and pumpkin. Sort of planning ahead for those. I'm not pumping them in there yet. And then, here's the cool thing. I have this thing set so that it's using, so it's use when multiple outputs available, prefer first target. There we go. So you can read it. So what's going to happen is if it has a target, like the carrots, it's going to try there first. And then if it doesn't, this guy up here is set to anything that's compostable. So carrots, seeds, anything else. So it's going to try, it'll try to load the carrots in first, and if it can't, it'll compost them. The same with the seeds. If the seeds drop down, there's no place for them, so they'll go into compost right away. So I've got some built-in overflow. Now, I don't have this arm really spinning. It's going a little slow, but it's enough to keep up with the farm as it just runs on the regular. So that is lovely. Last thing here I want to point out with this setup is I did move the windmill. So it had been up here, right up playing ceiling fan. Instead, I decided to put it in the floor, and I'm going to cover it up. Actually, I might cover it with glass. That would be cool, so you can see it. But it's cranking down here, and if I free cam down, I've got a couple of cogs, belts coming over, a couple more cogs to speed this up a little bit more. And that's how we've got this, that's how we're getting power up here to this arm. Like I said, it's not fast, but it definitely keeps up with those little farms, which is awesome. Done a little decorating in here. It looks a little different. And decided to give the fan a little color, or the windmill, I guess. So it's going to spin around down there, that lovely multi-greens, the regular green, the lime green on the outside. So that's looking cool. And then I've got the spots here for the villagers. We'll just drop them in each of those little cubbies. I want to replicate that on the other side, just haven't gotten there yet. But I think what I'm going to do is we'll get the first couple of villagers in so I can start trading with them. I do have space back here. Oops, not that one. This one. I have space back here if I want to load a zombie back here. I'd have to take off the trapdoors or provide another way so the zombie can actually get to these villagers. But for the most part, I think this is going to be okay. I'm not 100% sure I'm actually going to go through with the zombification of these villagers. It's just not that big a deal. But I don't know. We'll see how I feel after I've been trading with them for a while. So think I'm going to go grab the first few villagers, get them loaded in, and we'll see where we're at after that. And the first 3 villagers are in. And I've been unlocking the trades. This one is just carrots and emeralds for bread, so that's kind of nice. So it's a potatoes and carrots kind of guy. Same over here. It would be nice if I can get one with a good wheat trade as well, since I've got some wheat coming in. But I think overall this is pretty good. I said I'll get 3 more villagers in over there. And then I think this is going to be it for the farmers at any rate. So I've got a bunch of stuff, bunch of decorating to do off camera. So I will go ahead and do that. But I think I'm in a good place here. And that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I hope to see you next time. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe. You know how that all goes. And until then, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.